Okay, so for everybody, thank you so much for welcoming me. It's indeed a wonderful night, no? I'm a little tired kay ako nag-drive. I just came from the beach and very sunburned. So, yeah. So for those who don't know me, klaro tanan? Klaro ang kwan? Audio?
Yes,
Is it clear? Yes, okay. So for those who don't know me, my name is Ati Goldie. And for tonight, we will be talking about cultivating meaningful relationships. Okay? Cultivating meaningful relationships. So, a question I want to ask everybody, are you establishing healthy friendships and avoiding unhealthy ones? What do you think? Do you think you have healthy friendships and you are avoiding unhealthy friendships? Now hold that thought lang sa, okay? Okay. So it says here, according to a southern proverb, if you sleep with dogs, you are going to get fleas. Halaka. So if you sleep with dogs, you're going to get fleas daw. So friends determine the quality and the direction of our lives. Do you agree or disagree?
Agree.
Maybe yes, no. Let's see, okay? Let's see. Okay, so I have an activity for tonight. I want you to get that piece of paper. Katong sigurong gigamit ninyo kaganiha. And then I want you to write down the top 3 most influential people in your life today. Okay? Top 3 most influential people in your life today. Okay? Okay. So, I want you to share with me, siguro maskin isa lang, not necessarily in order, but just share with me one of your most influential person in your life today and tell me who they are and why they are influential to you. Okay? It might be your parents, it might be your best friend, it might be, ano, may boyfriend diri? So, ingana, no? So let's start with who's ready? Okay, let's start with Mia. Can you share with us, Mia, who is your influential person in your life?
Ay isa lang, no? Or katong tulo?
Isa lang.
Okay.
Daghan kayo kung
One. One of the most influential people in my life is my mom.
Okay, your mom.
Mag-share pa why?
Okay.
Or di.
Sure. Sige.
Ay, ayun lang. Di siya required.
Because? Dili required. Okay,
okay.
sige. How about you, Faith? Kinsa ang influential person in your life?
Ako sa chat ba? Anyways, si Jesus.
Jesus, okay. Si Jesus.
Gutom na ka?
How about Ana?
Nagprito pa siya. Ano mo?
My parents.
Parents, okay. Parents. Okay. How about Jasmine?
Ang lagyapon, parents.
Parents, yapon. Okay. Kinsa pa na din wala na ko'y makita. How about Josh? Who is the most influential person in your life right now? Josh?
Sa chat siya si
No.
you.
Di na ako makita yung answer.
Siya you. Oh.
Me? Wow, okay. Thanks, Josh. How about JB? Nate. Sige, Nate.
Teacher.
Teacher. Okay. How about Eliza? How about Eliza?
Nasa group chat.
Hindi na
Parents.
ko makita. Parents?
Yes.
Okay, parents. How about Vinci? I'm sharing my screen, guys, so I cannot see kung naamoy gisulat sa group chat.
Mm.
Vinci.
Ay, wala pa rin na doon, Hello?
Kinsa man ima.
Nakamute ka
Hello?
ganina, Vinci.
Okay.
Yes, go. Yes, madunggan ka.
You can talk now.
Sorry. Sige, thank you sa palingon na madunggan ko. I think ang influential sa corporate is akong best friend. Which is
Best friend. Okay. How about, hi Jerk and welcome. So Jerk, nag-ask ko sa ilaha, who is the most influential person in your life right now? So can you please share with us just one person nga influential sa imong life karon?
Hello, ma'am. Dunggan ako.
Yes.
Yes.
Influential. If I'm going to based lang nako sa kuan mama sa spiritual nga kabahin. So para sa ko para sa ko currently the influential person nga akong ginakuan ken is Destiny Hanuloy. He's IO1 pod scholar and kanang leader handling wider and what I like about him is kanang no matter bitaw unsa ang challenges nga moabot sa iyaha, the trials, even test sa iyang faith, he still naging mas duot pa dara sa Ginoo. That's why I really admire him for that one. And I really look up to him even before and now mas ni samot ang akong karukuan sa iya. Ang ako ang pagkanang kabilib when it terms to spiritual aspect. That's it.
Okay. Thank you, Jerk, for sharing about Destiny.
Yes.
Destiny, no?
Yes po.
Yeah. Okay. And lastly, how about Lani?
Ano parents. Papa.
Parents. Okay. Okay. So, let's move on. No? Thank you so much for sharing inyong mga influential people in your life right now. I'm so glad to hear nga most of you, parents. 1, 2, 3, 4 kabuok nag-answer parents, no? And it should be that way. Okay. So, according to a study, the top influences in a teenager's life kuno are first is the friends or the social circle, the parents, the celebrities or in the movies. Number 4 is technology or gaming. And number 5 is social media. Okay, do you agree or disagree? Na may kuan nato no murag thumbs up kung agree diha. Can you press thumbs up? Yes, Vinci, Jerk, Nate, Anna, Mia, JB. Almost everybody no nag thumbs up, no? Do you think Number 1, Annie, is the friends. If we put it in order, do you think number 1 is the friends? Thumbs up, down. Yes, sometimes no. Okay, so let me tell you about my story, no? Katong high school pa ko. Katong high school pa ko. I went to Konga School for high school, and most of the time, kuan ko, kanang honor student ko, until such time nga nakabarkada ko, dili nakabarkada, nabutang ko sa section nga dili kayo maayo. Halos tanan ga cheating sa section nga katong kuan gibutang. So, because of that, no, tanan man sila ga cheating. So ako huna-huna, there's nothing wrong in it, no? Kay ako ang tapad ga cheating, akong pikas ga cheating, tanan ga cheating unya, ako lang lugar ang dili. Unya, ako naghago-hago bi ako tuon. Pagkahuman sila, dali ra kaayo, igo lang sila mag-cheat dayon. They get points. So, because of that environment, no, I also came to think, okay, Radia, I'm cheating because everybody is doing it, no? And then in college, I went to UP, no, Diliman, and it's a very known for katang mga rebellious nga mga students, no? Again, I was put in an environment where everybody smoked, as in everybody smoked, left and right. And so, ang effect pud ato sa ako, because I wanted their approval, nag-start pud ko og smoke. Maskin dili gyud bitaw baho man gyud mag-smoke, no? Pero just because everybody is doing it, na-influence pud ko og smoke. And along with that is alcohol, and the nightlife, and so, no? And all because I wanted to be accepted. I wanted to belong in the group, no? Now, before you laugh and think, grabe naman si ate, ang bobo-bobo naman nito, I want you to think about what you have done to gain acceptance in school. What are the things that you have done para ma-in ka sa uso? No? Maskin dili gud nimo gusto or maskin dili nimo kinahanglan, but just because everybody is doing it and everybody is kanang murag mag kuan sa imuha, dili man na siya in kay wala siya ing ani, dili siya gaing ana or whatever ingana, no? Have you ever done something na dili nimo gusto pero just because you wanted the approval of your friends, you did it? No? I see Anna nodding her head. Murag na ni siya nakuan experience. Si Anna naman kung makita din, hindi na dili makita ang uban. Si Anna, si Faith, si Josh, ug si Mia. Okay, so a question you need to ask yourselves is, are you establishing healthy relationships and avoiding unhealthy ones? Think. Okay. So there is power in friendship. No, there is power in friendship. Friends have a greater influence over a teenager than a teenager's convictions. No? So sometimes, maski nga kay balo ka nga, it's not the right thing to do, but just because everybody is doing it, again, no? You do it. And then sometimes, friends also have a greater influence on a teenager than the teenager's parents. No? Sometimes you know that your parents don't approve of you doing something, but just because you want to be accepted sa imuhang barkada, magtago-tago ka sa imuhang parents, ayaw saba ni mami, ha? Tago-tago lang ta, ha? Ingana, no? And lastly, friends have a greater influence over teenagers than God. Sometimes when we are with our friends, no, in school, karon kay online classes man, so dili ra siguro kaayo, but still, when you are with your friends, murag malimtan nimo ang Ginoo. Especially if you are with ungodly friends. Murag, sige na, bibo, nakaayo, pagkahuman dayon, murag, unsa naman to yung pagstorya-storya, nakapanglibak naman ta. E nga na usahay, no? Daghan kay mahitabo nga dili godly. Now, let's take a look at one of the wisdom of King Solomon. Who knows King Solomon? Anybody know King Solomon? Yeah?
The baby. Slice the baby in half.
Yeah? But we're not going to talk about slicing babies tonight. Yes. Okay. So, Vinci, I see you raising your hand. Can you please tell me who is King Solomon? Nakamute ka.
Na-mute po. Na-mute.
Okay, go na.
So, for me, as far as I can know, si King Solomon is the son of King David. And King Solomon is also sa iyang time sa what pinasag sa wisdom since movie niya gipangayo kay God na as a gift. And tungkol siyang wisdom kay nakatabang bitaw siya sa daghang kinatawag ilang mga problems.
That's right. Thank you, Vinci. So, King Solomon is the wisest king who ever lived, no? And that's right. Wisdom was what he asked from God so that he can rule the Israelites properly. Okay, now let's take a look at what he said about a promise and a warning. Okay. So he says here in Proverbs 13, verse 20, he who walks with the wise grows wise, but the companion of fools suffers harm. So here you see that in one verse, there is one promise and there is a warning. Okay. Now let's see, what is the promise? Can I please ask Jasmine to read the promise? Jas, can you please read the promise?
He who walks with the wise grows wise, but a companion of fools suffers harm.
Okay. So the promise is, he who walks with the wise, kung kinsay mag-uban sa mga, dili man bright, wise, sa mga wise, grows wise. And then there is also a warning, no? A companion of fools suffers harm. Wala siya niingon nga will become a fool, but it says here, mag-suffer, no? It is very harmful to be with a companion of fools. Huh? Okay, so there is a difference between wisdom and knowledge. Okay, let's see what is the difference between wisdom and knowledge. Can I please ask Josh to read?
Knowledge is knowing what to say. Wisdom is knowing when to say it. Wisdom is knowing how to use your knowledge, being able to put situations in perspective, and how to impart it to others.
Okay, so knowledge, thank you, Josh. So knowledge is knowing what to say, no? There are many things that we know and we want to say them. Of course, everything is true, ingana, no? But wisdom is knowing when to say it. For example, for example, moadto ka og patay, no? And then everybody there is weeping, everybody is crying. Kaya syempre namatyan good. They are in pain, no? They are they need comfort. And then you or maybe somebody comes in, no? And moingon sila, "Ay, kapatid, this is the day that the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it." Usa kay naon sa tanang tao nga gahilak didto, 'di ba? yes, it is true that every day is the day that the Lord has made, but that is not the right place and time to say those words. No? So you have to apply wisdom when to say the words, the right words at the right time. Okay? All right. So let us see and compare the wise and the fool. Okay? Who is the wise person and who is the foolish person? No? So, a wise person is the one who knows the difference between right and wrong and chooses to do what is right. No? And chooses to do what is right. However, the fool knows the difference between right and wrong. So pareha sila, no? Ang wise kay balo siya, ahay ay sakto, ahay sayop. Ang fool, kasabot sad siya, unsay sakto, ahay sayop. But the difference is in sa ilahang choices, no? Oops. Sa ilahang choices. So the wise chooses to do what is right, but the fool chooses to do what is wrong. Okay? So the wise makes wise choices and the foolish makes poor choices. So the friends of the wise will grow wise and the friends of the fools will suffer harm. Okay. For example lang ha, I don't know kung unsa inyong background, but for example na amoy barkada nga drugs. Okay? And then there's nothing wrong with him. Buutan siya. And then, he's a nice guy, but gauban-uban ka sa iya ha. No? And then one day, siguro, wala kay labot sa iyahang drugs. You're just friends with this person. And then one day, nag-drug siya. Nasakpan siya. And then it happens nga nag-uban mo. Although wala kay gihimo, what do you think will happen? Madalahig ka. Diba? Madalahig ka when he gets caught, naa ka din sa iyang tapad. So, pangutan-on, gid ka. Oh, kikita ko sa imo hay, ngana. Ikaw po siguro, drugs po siguro ka, no? No? But in all honesty, wala man. And it's the same as kung mangawat, no? Kaibigan. Friends mo sa kanang imuhang friend na nagapangawat. Example, nangawat siya sa 7-Eleven or sa groceries, nga na, nag-grocery mo together and then wala lang, siya man ang nangawat pero kauban ka ba? So, you will also suffer harm sa iyahang gibuhat. Okay? So, it's best to avoid these kinds of people. Okay? So, the amount of time you spend with people or friends will influence your thinking, your speaking, and ultimately your life decisions. No? For example, kanang mamalikas. It's very common. That's very worldly. Bisan asa ta padulong, maskin ako nagyapon ko friends nga pamalikas. Pero kung magsigit tag uban-uban sa ilaha, it will rub off man god ang ilahang vocabulary maabot gihapon sa imuha kay mao sige nimo magkadunggan, di ba? And then also the way they think. It's the ways of the world is very logical. For example, mingon sila nga dali ra man bay kanang sus ingani ra ingani na kuan na kayo na sayo na kayo di ba, common sense lang nganong magpalisod-lisod pa man gid ka. And then you as a Christian nga dili man bay kay ingon man sa Ginoo nga ingani kuno dili lagi bay klaro man kayo sayo naman kayo na ayaw na pagkuan dili naman kayo na. And then if you keep hanging out with this kind of friend, of course magsige ka kuno na bitaw no. Sakto bitaw siya no, dali ra man kaayo unda to ngano galisod-lisod pa man ko sa akong kinabuhi. Diba? So you have to be very careful even in the choice of fashion, no? Kung makita nimo mga friends nga lahi ilahan choice of fashion or unsa ba ka, it will rub off on you also, as well as kanang mga bisyo, smoking, drinking, cursing. Believe me, I've been there, no? And it's very hard nga kana bitang naa ka sa isa ka grupo nga accepted ka and then all of a sudden moingon ka nga dili lang ko mag-uban sa inyo habay. So it's better to just avoid na lang. No? Sometimes you just say, for example, na maabtan ka sa imuhang mama, like for me, sa una, ingon ko niya nga, ayaw pag-uban-uban anak nila, kay ngani na sila. And then, mutubag dayon nga, I don't do what they do. I just hang out with them. No? So, the focus is not on what you do, but who you are with. No? Not on what you do, but who you are with. Okay? Okay, claro? Let's continue. Okay. So, the question is, what drives you? What drives you? No? Most of the time, what drives us is the need for acceptance and approval. No? Kung buot na to huna-hunaon ba? What do you get from your friends? No? Think about it. What do you get from your friends? Do you get money? Diba? Do you, ano man, nothing, no? It's because you get their acceptance and approval. So, na ako'y story, chismis time sa takaron, I know a friend who is very, very dear to me, no? And she often talks to me for counseling or kanang magchika-chika lang ba, ingana. She's very pretty, taas siya, sexy siya, she's very young. She's one of the most sought after DJs in Manila, no? So sikat good siya. She's very popular, no? And then recently, she opened up to me about her recent spat with her friends and how she felt betrayed. And then still, ko sa iyaha, anong sige man ka uban-uban sa ilaha. Nga, sakitan man ka every time uban ka sa ilaha. Siya, ganahan lang ko. Kung ano man. Well, ma-feel man good na ako nga koan ka ng accepted ko, and then they adore me because I'm a DJ and they like me. Nga na bitaw. So, in effect, galisod-lisod na siya sa iyahang kaugalingon ba nga kanang masakitan siya pero uban lang gihapon siya kay she felt a belongingness man sa iyahang friends. So, in her mind, she knows what she should not be doing, but she can't let go of her need for acceptance sa iyahang friends. So, muna. And when I asked her, ngano dili man nimo ma-let go ka ng imuhang mga friends, siya nga, I realized nga, yun din siya nga, sa balay kuno, dili daw na niya ma-feel sa iyahang parents, no? Her parents always criticize her, or kanang she feels not good enough when she is at home. So that's why she runs to her friends. So that is a very sad reality, no, for a lot of people. I hope not in your family, but it happens. And even me, when I was younger, I often run to my friends because my mom was very critical sa tanan akong himuon. Mura bitaw kanang himuon ni sayop, murag asa naman ka padulong sayop man tanan. So because of that, no, the tendency for young people is to run towards the friends kay dito man nimo ma-feel nga accepted ka, no? So the hard truth of our friends is that the need for approval, love, and acceptance is fundamental to everyone. So important na, no, love, approval, and acceptance, no? As children, we instinctively seek approval from parents. When we do not feel accepted, we do not feel safe and protected. When we do not get the approval and acceptance from our own families, we turn to other people to get it. Now, I want you to think about the times when you felt, the times na gikasaban ka sa imong mama or sa imong papa. asa man ka ni dagan, kinsay imong gitawagan? Number 1 dayon, hello, kasab na pod ko ni mama. Samo kayo ni si mama kaya wala gani ko nang buan gani. Yan na, no? So most likely you turn to your friends right away. Mona kanang bitaw sa balay kung sige bitaw kasaban. Kapoy kayo na nga feeling, no? So yeah, you turn to your friends for approval. Kaya ang imong friends moingon man, sige lang, okay ra na. I do not judge you. Kasabot man ko sa imuha. We understand you. Ingana, no? So that is the power of friendship. So we all gravitate towards those who accept us the most. Oh. Do you think you choose your friends? For example, you go to a party, wala ka kaila sa tanan tao dito. Where do you think you will end up? Dili ka mo balik ha? I mean, nagyud ka sa party. So dili ka mo uli pa. So bago pa ka naabot, wala ka kaila sa mga tao. Mostly, you will go to the group or to somebody who accepts you the most, no? Whether you accept it or not, like it or not, it's usually your friends who will choose you. So your friends have so much influence on you, good, no? Dili man siguro ta mo adto sa grupo nga kanang ma-feel nimo dili sila ganahan sa imo, ha? Dito gid ka mo adto sa friendly, di ba? So in effect sila actually ang nag-choose sa imo, ha? So mostly nadayon ka dito. You'll have fun kay friendly man sila, ni-accept man sila sa imo, ha? Okay. So I want to ask you, siguro maybe 3 people, what are the characteristics you are looking for in a friend? Okay, or if you can also answer the question, why do you like your friends? Okay, ready? May I call on Nate? Wala pa si Nate.
Answer na ako.
Go.
Okay. Okay, my concern question is what are the characteristics you're looking for a friend? Probably karang gaminaw sa lang pa nga maminaw ko maminaw sa akong mga problema as well as mag-asset ko sa problem sa kanang dili kayo like di siya magpili sa usay gusto sa mua like kuan lang gid ba like depende lang kung sa mag-ask me dili siya mag-force sa mag-things na iyang ginabuhat sa mua na dili na mo gusto or probably time sad I guess.
Time?
That's all lang.
Okay. So good listener, somebody who is understanding, and again, no, based on your answer, Nate, mo accept lang sa inyo nga dili mamugos unsay himuon, no? Okay, how about Sagun?
I like my friends because they accept me for who I am and they don't force me to what I love and they don't leave me alone when I'm doing something busy.
Thank you. So again, no, based on sa answer ni Sagun, acceptance gihapon, no? People who accept her, that's why she likes her friends. Okay, lastly, Alisa.
Ay,
Alisa.
they are group di ay. Nag-watch sila sa TV. So, di sila maka-answer.
Okay. Sige, si Kinsa pa man? Si Anna.
The first question po.
Sige.
The characteristics that I'm looking for a friend kay first is who accepts me in who I am. Second, who comforts me when I am down, who um who listens to me, and especially the one who ang kaning ga obey gid kang Lord and ga trust sa iya ha, and godly person also.
Okay. Thank you, Anna. So once again, no, nigawas na pod ang kuan, no? Somebody who accepts me for who I am. Ingana gihapon, no? So acceptance is really very important to everybody, And that's legit, no? There's nothing wrong with that. We all want to be accepted. Okay? So, muna ang atong mga gusto sa friends nato, dili mo judge, understanding, chill lang, good listener, sa pa to, supportive sa atong gahimuon, muna, no? Friendly, buotan, dili manghilabot, no? So there's nothing wrong with that, but the bottom line is we choose them because they are accepting. No? We choose them because they are accepting. Okay. So the need for approval is very fundamental, no, in human relationships. But the problem is when that acceptance becomes more valuable than our convictions, our integrity, and the welfare of your loved ones. No? For example, I want to ask, siguro maybe you can just raise your hands. Who has lied to keep from looking bad? You know, like for example, you saw somebody cheating and then nangutana, Nate, yeah. Nangutana ang kuan, nag-cheating ni imong classmate. Wala, oy, wala. Promise pag yun, wala. Yun na siya nag-cheat or something like that. No? Namakak ka para lang ako dili ka madaot sa imuhang friends. Have you ever kuan? Yeah, Mia? Okay. Point number 2. Kinsay nangawat diri, dili ko musumbong sa inyong parents ha. Just to make a point. Kinsay nangawat, maskin nga dili nimo kinahanglan gikawat nimo just because gingnan ka sa imong friends nga sige na kawatan lagi uli na nanaw lagi sige na di ko magsaba Yeah, have you ever stolen something just because your friend pushed you to steal it? Josh is thinking. Okay, wala. Honest na sintanan. Okay. Last point. How many of you here have friends who smoke, drink, cut class, cheat, but you did not confront? Pasagdan lang nimo sila. Kay, wala lang. Basin niya, ingnon nga dili ka cool. Sumbong ka, or kanang imuha silang istoryahon. Dili ko cool. Dili na ako siya i-friend kay kuan, hilabtanon na siya. Mind your own business. Ba? So, there. Kinsa to nag-raise? Di na ako makita tanan.
Si Mia, si Vinci,
si Mia,
si Ana,
o
si
si
Ana po.
Ana. So, there you go. No? So makita nato nga important kaayo sa ato ang acceptance nila, no? Even more than the friends. No? So mo na ang problema, no? When their acceptance becomes more important than the friend, then we have a big problem. Why? Because a true friend not only accepts you, but also loves you. Okay? A true friend not only accepts you, but also loves you. Okay? So let me explain. I'll give you a story, no? So it's a true story nga murag na ulawan ko, pero anyway, yeah. So I used to have a friend nga kanang, well, friend pigyapon mi hangtod karon, no? Pero like I said before, I used to smoke when I was in college, and then well, I was smoking sa Xavier pa yun to. Kasi taga Xavier. So while I was smoking, feeling na ko cool kayo ko kay sikat kay ko kay nag-smoke ko, di ba? And then nilabay nga ako ang amiga. Iyang gitangtang ako sigarilyo, giana niya. Nakulat kay ko kay ako, from my point of view, ingon ko nga kabastos ba kay niya bayana. Ingana bitaw, pero yung gi-explainan dahil ko niya ba nga gold kanang ayo pa nga na gold kabalo ka kana bitong panigarilyo, it's bad for your health, no? I hope dili ka malain sa akong gihimo, but I love you and I don't want you nga madaot ka tungod sa panigarilyo. Okay? So that is a real friend. That is a real friend. Nga, somebody who will stop you from doing your self-destructive habits, and somebody who loves you enough to tell you, stop doing it. Okay? So, ingana po, no, I hope kamo pod, when you are friends with somebody, be real. Be authentic on your love for your friends. Tell them, kanang, bye, ayaw paniting bye, kay balo ka, ikaw ra gihapon maglisod anak ko mag-exam ta sa kwan sa college kay dili gihapon ka katubag sa imong answer. Ana, di ba? So, be authentic. Okay. So, let's see the signs of unhealthy relationships or unhealthy friendships, okay? So, unhealthy friendships or toxic friends. Do you know who are your toxic friends and who are your real friends? So number one, they are not happy with your accomplishments. No, when you succeed in doing something, wala, magselos sila. You'd think nga malipay sila kay kuan kanang, you know, syempre friends good mo, no? But they don't. Dili sila gusto. So they are jealous, no? They do not care about your success. They are envious. They pretend sometimes, some of them pretend to be happy, but actually they're jealous. So what does Romans say about that? It says, rejoice with those who rejoice and weep with those who weep. No? So, nga na day na, no, kung naay something, for example, you're vying for honors and then wala nalabawan ka sa imuhang karibal. Siya gyud ang nahimo og first honor niya, naabot gyud second honor na gyud ka. Be happy also for them. No? Rejoice. Kay gihapon ang kuan, success. Okay? Number 2, kana bitang sige reklamo. Kana bitang sige reklamo. Ay, kapoy kani siya kay na. Kapalo ba ka na? Ana. So they are exhausting to be with, always venting about their issues, no? Pero dili ka maka-explain sa ilaha, dili ka maka-open up sa ilaha. Unsa imong issues, it's always about me. Kapoy kay ako kinabuhi. Kaganiha ngayon na. Pagkahuman nga. It's very toxic, no? It's very toxic. So, what does Ephesians say about that? Do not let any unwholesome talk come out of your mouths, but only what is helpful for building others up according to their needs. No? According to their needs. So, beware of these kinds of friends. Okay? So, number 3. They covertly put you down, disguising their comments as helpful or honest. Now, for example lang, sa mga atong example, be, okay, project. Naghimo kag project. It was your best effort gyud, di ba? Nga gwapo kay balugod ka nga gwapo gyud to. It deserves an A. It deserves a high grade. And then your friend will just say nga, hala ka, uy, pangit man ang imong font nga gigamit ana, oy. Sige lang, ayaw ka bala ka. I'm just being a real friend to you, you know. So sometimes in ana ba, they are kanang, there's another term for that, and I think everybody knows what it is. It starts with letter P. It starts with letter P, no? Plastic kaayo ni siya nga amiga, di ba? Samok kaayo, ano ba? So, yeah. So Ephesians says, therefore, having put away falsehood, let each one of you speak the truth with his neighbor, for we are members of one another. Okay? So, dili di ay dapat ingana. Dili dapat maging plastic. Dili dapat maging fake. No? Okay. Number 4. They are there only for the good times and not the hard times. Common kaayo ni, common gyud kaayo ni, no? May lang say term na, may lang man na siya kung na ako'y kwarta pang libre, pero kung ako'y kwarta kay dili man na siya mauban sa ako. Yan na, no? Good times lang sige ba, but when you really need them, wala sila din ha. Diba? And it's not the way it's supposed to be. Why? Because we are supposed to bear one another's burdens, no? We bear one another's burdens. You be there for her. She will be there, should be there for you as well, no? Not just in good times, but more so during bad times. Okay? They are not reliable, no? They take advantage mo ning mga ing-ani nga mga friends, no? Kasi tawagan na user-friendly. User-friendly man na siya. So be careful with those kinds of friends, okay? Okay, and number 5, kani sakit kaayo ni. They don't stand up for you. They don't stand up for you, no? When you are in trouble or kana bitang naay nagchismis about sa imuha, and then or gilibak ka ba kaha, ana bitaw, and then ang imuhang friend, wala lang. She knows that it's not true, pero wala lang siya gihapoy gihimo, no? Wala siya ga-care kung gidaot na baka or gichismis na baka didto. Wala. Your friend did not stand up for you, no? So that is actually a very painful kanang experience, no? Because you would feel betrayed during these times. Okay. Ikaw pud maingon pud ka, ngano amud ka nig-ingon nga dili na tinuod na away ka didto, no? So makalagot ba, pero sometimes there are people who are like that, no? So what does Proverbs say about that? A dishonest man spreads strife, and a whisperer separates close friends. So if you are a friend also, make sure that you stand up for your friends. Kung gilibak na sila or kung gichismisan na sila, stand up for them. Wala, dili man na siya yung ana, di ba? Kibalo man ko, kailan man ko ana. Best friends man me. Di ba? Naamag ko dito. Ha? Ana. Okay, so what do you do? What do you do about your friendships? Now, let me introduce to you the 3 circles. No? We need to be aware of the 3 circles. So the first circle is the circle of intimacy. This is reserved only for your future partner. Kung wala pa may future partner, leave it empty. Okay? But leave it for your future partner. Next will be your circle of influence. The circle of influence might be your family, okay? Your immediate family, your parents, your sisters, your brothers, nga na, no? And then, the circle of concern. It doesn't mean nga you don't love the people nga nasa circle of concern, but you leave it there. Concerned ka sa ilaha, pero, for example, your friends, concerned ka sa ilahang life, pero you do not let their bad influences get into you. Okay? Friends lang ka, pero ayaw pa impluensya sa ilaha, no? So, you need to move the counterfeit friends out of your circle of influence, no? Yes, concerned gyapon ka sa ilaha because they're your friends, you know them, pero ayaw ka influence sa ilang bad habits. Okay? So there are 3 things you can do to remove the counterfeit friends. First is lakay himuon. Lakay himuon, bala. So, kung wala kay himuon, walay mag-usog. Diba? Or, you can step back, adjust the time you spent with them, and influence them, not the other way around. No? Step back lang ka sa inyong friendship. No? Kung sa una, you hang out together like every day, siguro mag-hang out lang ka 2 times a week. Nga na, no? Step out lang gamay. And then, you influence them. You as a Christian should influence them. Dili kay sila ang mag-influence sa imo ha. Okay? Or, a very extreme would be, wala na gyud. No contact, you cut ties with your toxic friends or counterfeit friends. So, you have 3 choices, no? First is do nothing. Walay may tabo sa imo ha if you do nothing. Second is reduce the time you spend with them, and then you influence them. And the third is just cut ties altogether. Wala na, no communication na. Ingana. No? So it's very painful, I understand, especially if you come from a circle nga kanang accepted kaayo ka, ingana ba nga kanang that is where you belong, di ba? But if these kinds of relationships are toxic, then you have to do something about it. Okay? Okay. All right. So it's time for a breakout. We have 2 activities. So for the first activity, list down the names of the people who you are concerned with. So we're talking about the 3 circles, huh? The people who you are concerned with, and then list down your circles of influence. Wala pa tong circle of intimacy, kay I assume wala pa mo yung mga boyfriend karon or girlfriend. Okay? And then, try to analyze which people have a negative impact or positive impact on you. Okay? And then for activity 2, read Proverbs 13:20. What does it say about having wise and foolish friends? And Proverbs 14:8, what is the wisdom of the prudent? And what is the folly of the fool? Okay, so that's it for tonight.